The United States is finally hitting back at Iran-backed proxy groups, those paid terrorists by Iran in the Middle East, and finally unleashing a second round of airstrikes, but continued argument that that's really the lightest thing that we can do to the enemy. Like it's the least amount of effort. The Pentagon is calling this latest strike an act of self-defense after U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria were targeted a staggering 42 times in 21 days. You see what I'm saying here? 42 times, we hit them twice, hit a couple buildings with some ammo in it. This is Outnumbered. I'm Harris Faulkner, here with my co-host Emily Compagno, and also joining us today, Fox News contributor Tammy Bruce, Culture Plus Group co-founder and CEO Lily Gil Valletta, and former New York Congressman and gubernatorial candidate Lee Zeldin. Great to have you both here. All right, the Pentagon says this latest strike took out an ammunition and weapons storage facility located in eastern Syria. That depot belonged to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard, and its contents were used to constantly target U.S. military men and women around the region. A senior military official says this: what we blew up inside were bad things. It could have been rockets, could have been drones, could have been artillery shells. Certainly whatever it was what was being used against our forces in the region. And we're now learning more about that most recent attack against our U.S. and coalition forces. Defense officials are saying a multi-rocket attack targeted a U.S. outpost in Iraq yesterday. The strike happened near the Baghdad embassy complex, and thankfully, no one was hurt. The Biden administration now says Israel is going to implement a daily 4-hour pause in fighting in the northern Gaza Strip, where the heaviest fighting has been going on because they're targeting Hamas, who's hiding among citizens, or at least trying to. The NSC spokesperson, John Kirby, says the United States won't hesitate to launch more strikes if attacks on our troops continue.
We're certainly concerned about additional attacks on our troops and our facilities in Iraq and Syria. And you're right, since our last set of strikes, there have been additional ones, which is why we took another retaliatory strike last night, to send a strong message to these proxy groups and to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, the Quds Force, that these are unacceptable. Now, they'll have some choices to make. And if they continue to choose to hit our troops, if they continue to launch these rocket and drone attacks, then we'll continue to do what we need to do to protect ourselves.
It's amazing he can say that with a straight face. If somebody hits somebody 21 times, do you expect them only to get punched twice?
Yeah, this is
42 times.
Yeah, and Iran's not going to stop. They don't fear that type of a consequence. They would view strategically that as just collateral damage. It's at some point where you have the depot in that other country, it might get attacked. My background is the military, I'm in my 21st year, still serve now. I learned a long time ago about the rule of fire supremacy. They say every one bullet fired at you, you fire 3 back.
Yeah.
I'm against war. I don't support war. But with regards to Iran, if you want any type of instrument of national power to work other than the military option, you have to have the military option on the table. Iran doesn't fear a strongly worded letter. When you throw down a red line and you show that you have a willingness to actually enforce that red line, and it is a red line that Iran actually fears, then they start thinking a little differently on their next act. And it brings me back to when we took out Qasem Soleimani. And we were very clear to Iran, the Trump administration was, in what the consequences would be if Iran, in return, targeted U.S. service members. It was clear that we were going to be carrying out airstrikes in Iran. And it was Iran, knowing that President Trump meant that they didn't actually follow through with their most severe threats. That is off the table right now, and it shouldn't be.
All right, real quickly, with your military acumen, a 4-hour pause with a 3-hour heads up. I mean, that sounds like you're making it up. It's true, though.
Yeah, for Hamas, strategically, this is a gift.
Every day, by the way.
Oh, and to have that type of predictability, to have freedom of movement, to be able to reposition. One of Israel's strengths right now is that Hamas doesn't know when they're going to get attacked, how they're going to get attacked, where they're going to get attacked. If you set a few hours of the day where they're going to have that freedom of movement, you're going to be giving a gift that allows Hamas to gain a strategic advantage that it does not have now.
Well, and we already know that they're hoarding fuel, they're hoarding resources for the tunnels right now to keep their own leadership and anybody who's not on like billion-dollar trips to Vegas or wherever the heck they were going on that plane, all that leadership from Hamas. Anybody who's still down there with our hostages, our citizens and citizens around the world, Emily. So they're already doing that. This will give them the opportunity to go out of those tunnels, potentially go regroup, meet with their homies, and kill more people and strategize against the Israeli forces.
Yeah, and you and I were talking about this yesterday, Harris, that it seems to me that the erosion of our ability to deter any of our enemies or any of our enemies' allies means that not only, yes, have we taken the military options off the table, but yes, we are projecting weakness. When we are attacked over 40 times with U.S. officials confirming that it was with an intent to kill U.S. servicemen and women, and then we respond with a couple hours warning, we take out a couple rifles, maybe a couple grenades in a warehouse, there's no ability to deter if we are not responding in kind. And with everything that this administration does, they explain it by saying, well, there's a fear of escalation. But it seems to me that this behavior surrounding the fear of escalation means we are furthering Hamas's interests. That's the point. That without taking out these proxies once and for all, without achieving a position of actual
like
strength,
ISIS.
Exactly. Without all of that, we are simply allowing Hamas to further and hoard their weapons and supplies and continue doing what they're doing. An inch at a time means we are giving it to the enemy. There is nothing about this position right now that is strength forward, and no fear that we project will move our advancements any further.
Lily, how bad do you think it is for Biden right now that he would give in like this to the far left? Because you saw that Rashida Tlaib, now she's not saying from the river to the sea because she got censured for that. Now she's got the big poster out on the Capitol Hill steps we showed last hour of they want a ceasefire now. And what does Biden negotiate? Technically a ceasefire every day at whatever time for 4 hours with the 3-hour heads-up window so you get your lunch before you kill again.
Yeah, that's right. And we need to understand these are not just tactical military decisions of the moment. The balance of power in this region is at stake. And the world is watching every superpower, and every attack from Iran is emboldening signals to their allies. And it's no longer just Hamas. It's Hezbollah, it's ISIS, it's everyone that is a sympathizer of this hate for the West, which is very concerning. And what's even more concerning to me is that when you look at polls and data, America is divided in our sentiment towards retaliating, which probably puts the president in that political dance of diplomacy of which one is power, which one is actually strength. But at the end of the day, for that type of organization, only power with the strongest of force is what works, because words just come and go.
Yeah, I'm looking for a little less conversation, a little bit more whack-a-mole.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is that you've got, it's almost like leaving a tip. You can leave a nickel for a tip, and it says something very dramatic to the person you're tipping. Worse than not leaving any tip at all. It's a statement. It's a statement when you leave a nickel for a tip. It is a statement, the nature of the actions we're taking to everyone else. We're too afraid to kill Iranians. This administration has now managed to kill more American service members in Afghanistan because of their plans than we have the people targeting again our service people in the Middle East. That is what the problem is here. It's almost like striking an aspirin factory, or sending a missile into the wrong car, a car of an American aid worker, because you wanted to show you were busy in Afghanistan. That's what this is, and will lead to more slaughter, more murder, and I don't know, a nuclear exchange? We don't know, but it's Biden's fault.
You know, I don't say the phrase boots on the ground because there are people in those boots. And I know people refer to them that way. But what you just said brings home the fact that we see them, we see you serving as a person. Yep. And we're grateful for your service. We see those military men and women. I don't know if from some of the high perches of our government, they see them that way. Because if they did, they'd be hitting back mighty hard right now to protect them.